Hey guys, so before I hop into today's video, I want to warn you a bit that today there's going to be some real talk. There's going to be some tough love. And that's because if you know me, I don't believe in sugarcoating. I believe in being honest and straightforward, and that's how you actually get to your results and the goal that you want. I believe that the discomfort that you may have when you hear a bit of a real talk is where you actually start growing. I believe that when you are challenged, that's where the transformation begins. So sit through this with me here and know that it's all coming from a place of care, and I do what I do because I want you to actually have progress, to grow, to learn, to finally find that lady. But the only way to get there is to actually push yourself to grow. So what topic am I talking about? Well, I'm going to be answering the question, how do you continue when you've been rejected so many times? It's hard. It's hard, right? It's hard when constantly you're being rejected. Literally every single thing you have tried, women have not given you a chance, or they have disappeared on you, or they've friend zoned you, whichever it is, it gets exhausting. And sometimes you wonder, is this even in the cards for me? Should I just accept that I'll be alone forever? So that's what I'm talking about today. The first thing I want to talk about is to acknowledge that usually when that question is being asked, it's not just that single question. It usually starts off with a string of other, complaints. Complaints about how much you have tried, how women have done this to you, why women won't give you a chance, why women won't see that you're worthy and valued and loved, and then it ends with that topic. So acknowledge that usually when you ask that kind of question, there's a lot to say with it. So the first thing I want to talk about is I want you to know that it is normal to feel this way. I want to validate you that it is okay to feel what you feel. Every single person has had their own journey in dating and has felt this before. If you don't believe me, I challenge you to think in another perspective. Every single person, and that includes ladies. Please don't start thinking and comparing yourself and thinking other people must have it easy. You don't know their journey. I want to say that you don't know their journey. So don't think even in that direction, quite honestly. Just think of your own journey. Recognize that you're exhausted, you're frustrated, you're confused. You want to maybe give up, right? And when you come to that place, first off, take a break. That's the first step that I want to talk to you about. Take a break. Just like anything in life, sometimes we put ourselves in overdrive, and when things just aren't working, we get burnt out, and that's not a good place to be. So when you have these sort of feelings, the first thing I want to say is take a break. Delete all the online dating apps. Don't go to any more speed dating events or events in general to meet ladies. Just stop it all and take a break for yourself. And take the time for yourself to regain your energy and to find yourself again. A quick note when I say this, don't cheat by having one dating app just on the side just in case. That really doesn't help. You need to cold turkey it. Now, when I say take time for yourself, this is the second step. When I say take time for yourself, I don't mean just do whatever you normally do and just take dating out of it and continue your life, because that's the biggest mistake. I see people just don't do really anything about it. They just go about their normal day, and then 3 to 4 months later, when they just feel good again, they go back to dating. But then that spiral happens all over again. It's not healthy because you're not actually fixing the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is you. I know that may sound a little harsh, but it is. So take the time to really find your worth, find your value, completely 120% accept who you are, and stop seeking approval from other people. Come to that place where you're happy with everything that you are and finding what makes you attractive, what makes you great, what makes you unique, and realizing that any woman should be lucky to have you and not trying to almost beg for someone to love you. And as cheesy as it sounds, but it's very true, I'm pretty sure you've heard this quote before, you cannot love someone else until you love yourself. You can't. You need to love yourself. And if you're asking this question and you're listening to this video because this relates to you, I will tell you right now, you probably don't love yourself. You probably don't accept yourself. You are almost in this place of despair and almost desperation for someone to make you feel valued and loved. Or if not, you're angry. You're angry at everybody else. It's probably making you feel this way. But here's the truth. That is your job. It's not their job. They don't actually have the job to make you feel that way. That's on you to feel all these things. You need to feel your value. You need to feel that you are worthy and loved because you love yourself. And you have close family and friends who love you too. Being angry at society, being angry at people for just having the right to actually choose who they want, that's not something to be angry about. Let them have their choice. That's okay. But most of you that are probably listening to this, you actually don't accept yourself, accept your face, accept your background, accept your race, accept your height, accept your career, whatever it is, you're actually not accepting yourself. So the first thing in an action, as an action step, is to completely accept yourself. And if you're not happy with certain parts of yourself, do something about it. That is what creates growth. That is what creates attraction. Because quality women are attracted to men who are so confident, know who they are, have strong character, authentically themselves, and they can sense that. And when they sense any sort of desperation and almost desire to please, either please like me or the opposite of whatever, you're probably dating other guys anyways, so, that kind of negativity, they can sense it and they're not going to be attracted to that. This is for men and women, both sides, no matter which gender you're trying to attract. That's not something that people want. And the ones who are attracted to that are the ones who take advantage of you. And I don't want that for you. And I don't think you want that for yourself either. So build yourself up. That is the key. All right? And recognize that if you're being angry at everybody else and putting blame on society or women, it's a lot of projection that's happening. You are projecting things that are happening internally onto others. So the last thing I want to say is once you have reached that spot of finally regaining kind of who you are and recognizing that you do love yourself, well, now, usually when you get to that point, every time someone rejects you, you no longer think of it as such a horrible thing. You think of it as a challenge to grow in. You think of it as an opportunity for growth. You then start asking yourself, how can I make this work for me? What did I potentially do wrong here? And if you don't know what you did wrong, go ask a coach, ask me, ask somebody. Maybe not ask your friends because they're kind of biased. But you have resources, go use them. And go to my other video about when to give up on dating because I talk about that and making sure that you utilize all your resources. But I'm pretty sure you haven't utilized all your resources. Go take actions because if women have been disappearing on you and women have been saying that you're a nice guy, guess what's the common factor? You. You have control. You have the power. You just need to empower yourself to go make change. That's it. Think about how you can make it work for yourself. And that's where you start seeing change happen. That is reframing. So I challenge you to reframe. After everything else I've just said, reframe everything. See how you can make it work. See what you can do to change it. And I guarantee you, if you really look for it, there's something going on that you can change and something that you can improve on. All right? That's it. I know it's a little bit of a tough video, guys, but I feel like it needed to be said, and I appreciate you for listening to all this. And then once again, I hope you heard it with an open mind and open heart. But please know that I believe you can find that person. You just need to believe in yourself, and you have the power to change or to create your path to finding love. You have the power. Just empower yourself. Thank you so much for listening, and until the next one, have a good one, guys.